every morning. Your net control station this morning is Whiskey Niner, Oscar Bravo Bravo, W9OBB. My name is Rick, and I'm located just down the road from Sturgeon Bay, on the west side of Green Bay, here in the state of Wisconsin. And as always, we're going to pause now for any emergency traffic that may, any emergency or priority traffic for the net. So any emergency or priority traffic, please come now. We will continue here on this Tuesday morning. This repeater does have a 3-minute timer, so we want you to keep that in mind during your transmission so that you don't time out that repeater. ECHOLINK also has its own separate timeout at 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So if you go beyond that, everyone is going to get booted off ECHOLINK, and you're all going to have to log back in. Okay, I'm going to take my short time stations first. I'm going to go to the short time station to let them get in and get out in case they're in a big hurry this morning. So short time stations for the Good Morning Net, please come now.
Alpha 509, November. A9 ARZ via ECHOLINK, LaPorte, Texas.
Good, we have John AB9NN, and I was wondering if we were going to hear from Kevin because I knew he was down in Texas. We have KA9ARZ. So, John, you take it away, AB9NN, and turn it over to Kevin, KA9ARZ. This is W9OBB.
Hi, good morning to everybody on the Good Morning Net from John, AB9NN, and Grizzly, Beulah, Michigan, northwest Florida, Michigan, straight across the pond from Algoma, 9 miles inland. And yeah, interesting rain last night that moved through about 4 o'clock in the morning, and the rain was coming down steadily, and the rain was beating on tarps that our contractor had set up on the back edge of our house. In the process of putting them on, installing a back door, and refurbishing the entryway, and so he's got it tarped off so he can get it heated and work in the rain. And boy, that dripping was loud at 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought I was going to be wide awake, but eventually the dripping stopped and I fell back to sleep, so that was a good thing. Currently 49.9 degrees with a southeast wind at 5 miles an hour, which is interesting because the radar shows the precipitation going from the southwest to the northeast. And solar flux index is at 167, so that's ticked down just a little bit, but still not too bad. Boy, the HF bands were just jammed over the holiday. Everybody home for Christmas vacation and hopping onto the vans and trying to work special event stations and works on the air and write tunes from old acquaintances and that sort of thing. Not much going on today, down day. Reading a biography of Elon Musk. It's about 600 pages. Very well written by a very renowned author, so I'm looking forward to going down that rabbit hole, so I'm going to take a dive into that today. With that, I guess it's over to KA9ARZ from AB9NN, John and Beulah. Have a great day, everyone. Alright, this is KA9ARZ. Just put the Jim. Got it. is the morning to all, yeah, and he's a picture in the first breakfast at the lake in North Island, spend my time staying at it's on my breakfast, so the number is shortly, and so I'm just going to go for it. So anyway, I'm down on well, it's a novel article right now. What we got to do with the weather Christmas Day. So anyway, we'll get in and the rain goes down. I was just on my drove to Sunday. Yeah, the Mexican music, well, I hope you enjoy that down there. I know you're going to enjoy your stay and visit your friends down there, so have a good time. And try to check back in tomorrow morning if time permits it. I do have 4 stations remaining on ECHOLINK. Kevin was on ECHOLINK and finished, so we have 4 there. I'll automatically sign you 4 stations in. Before we go to our ECHOLINK stations, ask the ECHOLINK stations to stand by here momentarily. We're going to take our RF stations first, our VHF RF stations for the Good Morning Net. Please come now. This is Kilo Alpha Niner, Whiskey Alpha Romeo. Delta 9 Golf Delta Alpha.
Alright, that was a long enough pause. KC9, LN Zulu, Kilo Charlie 9, Lima November Zulu. Good morning.
Through the list as I have it, and if I miss anyone, then I'll give you an opportunity at the end of the list. So under the RF stations category, the on-air stations, VHF, so we have Artie, KA9WAR, and then Joan, KC9KMA, Bruce, W9UUB, my brother Brad, KD9UCE, Josh, KD9GDA, and Josh, it's good to have you back on more or less on a regular basis here. We missed you. I know you had some health issues and other things going on, but welcome back. And then we have Tom at the bottom, KC9, LN Zulu. Did I miss anyone? Good. Well, it sounds like we got them. Nice group here this morning for this day after Christmas. And now we're going to head back up to ECHOLINK, but before we do, I have curtailed a question here for this morning, and I received permission from Bruce, W9UUB, to go ahead and do some Christmas jokes for this morning instead. So here we go. I don't usually do this, so my timing is probably rotten, and these jokes, it's not jokes of the day, it's groaners of the day. Okay, so So what do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa? A rebel without a cause. A gingerbread man went into the doctor's office complaining of a sore knee. The doctor asked him, "Have you tried icing it?" Why did Santa's helper see a therapist? Because he had low self-esteem. And what do elves post on social media? Selfies. And then just one more that is not concerning the holidays. How do farmers party? They turn up the beat. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to our friend Michelle, K9GU, G1AEU, after Michelle, KB9DIP Larry next, and then Phil, W3TOS. And Phil is going to turn it over to Artie, KA9WAR. And I hope you've all had a chance to stop laughing. This is W9OBB, turning it over to my friend Michelle in Appleton, K9GU. Take it away, Michelle. Thank you. Barometric pressure 29.90 and the humidity outside in. So maybe the weather is a bit today it's near. Anyway, this is still a holiday and it's time and that's the story. Good news to all on this particular holiday and good wishes also. Anyway, yesterday evening for dinner, we were invited by our daughter and her husband in here, and she had cooked absolutely delicious dinner in here, and there were also a couple more family members in here, and there was also a new little boy who was another descendant in the family in here. It's amazing how much a little boy could count and see letters in here at age 3 only. So we enjoy that nice little man in here, and it was a very nice evening in here. So that's about all I have to mention now. I think that's it on to the next station. I'm not sure I got the call all night, but I copied K1BIU. I may be making a mistake, and you please correct me. But I tried to go things pretty quickly this morning. This is K9GU in Appleton in here. We had a good day, and I hope all of you had a good day yesterday. This is K9GU, and I'll keep listening on the next this morning in here.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody on this show, guys. I hope you have a really nice Christmas day. This is G1AU, System South 7 England. So, I see the mission of finding this and the boats are going to the Mexican as soon as they leave. They have all been held up because we're bit, and the bit started all day and well into the night. I've got 2 days of the day there. So, I just came at a nice time anyway, bigger than day, and able to concentrate on their Christmas dinner on board the boat. Well, I had a bad day yesterday. My wife, daughter, and myself. My son, who is in Indonesia, phoned and said, "Is it raining there?" I said, "Well, it's raining here as well. There was no change in weather for you." My son, who is a firefighter, was on duty, but he went home for his dinner, and my grandson, my English grandson, who is in Wales, a paramedic in Wales, visited us this morning. It was good to see him. He's very not going to get here because of his duty. So, there we are. I'll pass you over to Danny. K39 VIP. Golf 1. Alpha Echo Uniform.
Thank you, Alan. And Merry Christmas to you. And, Michelle. Good morning, 39 VIP in Algonquin, Illinois. I spent yesterday pretty much at home catching up on my inspection of my eyelids for pinholes and finding none. Caught up on my television. And spent a quiet day at home. Except with the dogs. Of course, the dogs spend every day quiet at home, don't they? They just lay about. Just too layabouts, aren't you? And that's about it here for myself. And incredibly warm yesterday. It just, it kind of put a damper on Christmas too. You know, I don't get it. Of course, the snow is never deep enough now when I was a kid. Of course, I was much smaller, closer to the ground. Well, when it came up to my knees then, what are you talking about, 8 inches? But now as an adult, when you get up to your knees snowfall, my gosh, everything stops. Anyway, that's life in the big city. And I'm sorry, because I forgot who the heck I was supposed to turn it over to. Oh, Josh, of course. Of course, Josh, take it away. 89 VIP for it. Good morning to everyone on the net. WCOS and Bellevue. So another big surprise. I went in Friday evening for a retinal detachment and getting operation. So I'm now here at home recuperating. So I knew it was coming. Going in to see the eye doctor last week. He said I was in great occurrence that possibly it may happen, or it could happen. And so I'm hoping to get most of my sight back. I will be blind, I guess, in that eye, so I am now. So we'll see how it comes back. So sensitive to one thing or another. And, I'm sorry, yeah, just turn it over to A9WAR and W3BOS.
W3TOS, this is K9WAR. Thank you, Phil, and I just hope that your recovery is rapid there, that things go well for you. Here in Mexico, it's 50 degrees and overcast. And yesterday, Sunday evening, we were at my son's, and then in Mexico here, and then yesterday morning, also there to open gifts, and then I rode with my son Jamie to Appleton yesterday morning, and then on to my son Kevin's in Appleton. He lives way on the south side of Appleton, just off of Casa Loma there. Anyway, everything went well. I did get my nap in, so I was tired, and I was in bed before 7:30 last evening. Anyway, it's funny with things that happen on amateur radio. For about a month now, I've been emailing Golf 4 Romeo Juliet Alpha, and I find out that he is not what I thought him to be. Anyway, just last week he mentioned that at Nottingham he was invited by the Gatling brothers to sing with them. And apparently this person, Ivor, is a renowned singer in England. And his stage name is Ivor James. And I looked up on Google and find that he's a songwriter and performer, and he has been for over 20 years. So it's interesting, and but the only thing, all the songs that he recorded and the records that he's selling, none of them I've ever heard of before, but I've not been in country music since I was a teenager. KC9KMA, this is K9WAR. Good morning, Joan.
Marty, and good morning, everyone. KC9KMA. Phil, I am so sorry to hear about your retina. I just have to assume you saw one of the 4 retina specialists in Green Bay, and when I had my retina PVD, it's called, issues, they were supremely professional and capable. Of course, you want that in a guy working on your eyeballs, but I think you'd have mentioned if you needed to be in that contraption chair that keeps you face down. My girlfriend had detached retinas, and she needed to spend, I think, the better part of a month, because both of them detached. And it's like a massage chair, but your face is down the whole time. It was very horrible, so we wish you only the best as well. Here, amazingly, 0.8 inches of welcome rain. The car is washed, and let's see, plenty of delicious food and just calm, quiet. We watched a movie neither of us had seen before. Maybe Artie would have seen this. 1957, and it's All Mine to Give with Glynis John and other people, but I don't know them. And it's a true story of a family emigrated from Scotland who came to the U.S. and catastrophically both parents died of the things that kill people, diphtheria and typhus. And the 6 orphan children found homes with people in town on Christmas Day. And the story we know is true because it was written by the son of the surviving narrator. So isn't that an unusual Christmas movie? Unusual for us. And so, let me check my notes and make sure. Bruce, did you get your chipped beef? Over to you, KC9KMA.
KC9KMA W9 UUB. Yes, I did. It was outstanding. It's just amazing. It's the only time of year I get it. And it's more complicated than just hamburger over mushroom soup. I know that, but I never dug into how she makes it. Anyway, yeah, great party. Probably 20 people there, lots of little kids. One child, a little boy who's, I think, about 6, his parents found a tractor at a flea market, you know, and it's a metal tractor. It's like the little toy John Deere that some of us remember, with the pedals and all that good stuff. And it's made out of metal, not plastic. And it has some dents and some dings and a bunch of other things. Well, they Ford Chris to dial it up a little bit, and she did a really good job. Painted the wheels, put a new decal on for the speedometer and all this other good stuff. Well, the kid got it yesterday, and it was just a movie. You know, he didn't know how to go straight, though. You know, he knew the steering wheel turned, so he always had to have it locked. Yeah, watched a little bit of football, Kansas City. Boy, big upset there, and leftovers. So, good day. And I got my nap in already. Let's see, over to Brad, KD9 UPE W9 UUB.
Thank you, Bruce. This is KD9 UPE. Good morning to you and good morning to the entire net this morning. Not too much from here this morning. Say hi to your other than that, not a lot going on yet. Wait until closer to the weekend for more parties. So, just checking in this morning. Hope everyone had a good day yesterday. And turn it over to Josh. KD9 GDA. This is KD9 UPE.
Good morning, Brad. Good morning, everyone. Oh, yesterday was the first Christmas we got to sleep in. Everyone slept till 8:30, or at least everybody but my daughter, but she was not. Everyone was always running around, waking us up Christmas morning. So that was satisfying. But it was a good day, and I got an electric coffee cup. My complaint is always my coffee cools off too quick. And man, is that nice. Gives you about an hour and a half of extra hot coffee time. So, making some use of that this morning when I was out in the garage waxing on the car. Friday. Going over the top. 89 LMQ, 89 GA, good morning, Tom. And Kevin, safe travels.
Thank you, KC9 LN2. Good morning to all. 44 here in Kewaunee. Wet ground, pavement, grass, everything.
during the VHF station transmissions, we have an additional check-in under ECHOLINK, and I'm going to go over to him now. That's our friend Bob over in Brownsburg, Indiana. He's checked in before. 10-9-8-I-M. Bob, we're just having a day after Christmas get-together here, and no particular question of the day, and we'll turn it over and find out what's going on there in Brownsburg, Indiana. 10-9-8-I-M. This is W9. Sounds like we got them. We got them all on the first try. Sounds good. Thank you for all your comments. Very interesting. And my brother Brad, I imagine that's our cousin Wendy you're talking about, going over and maybe taking a visit. And I want to thank you again, Brad, for hand delivering some extra COVID tests yesterday. Because we were out, and it looks like the post office yesterday told me it'll be Friday, and now I just got a notice that they're going to be showing up today. So we stocked up on our COVID test. Sue tested negative, so she's out of the woods for the COVID part of it. We're very, very super happy about that. Yesterday I still tested positive, and that makes sense because I didn't come down with the COVID till a day or two after she had COVID. So because I was testing right along with her. So I'm hoping today or tomorrow my test should start coming back as negative as well. Okay, so that's enough rambling out of me, I believe. Artie, got your email? Thank you, and maybe the girls can, like you said, get together during a social event somewhere in the near future. I'm going to be going down there. I'm going to head down there on Friday. Yeah, Friday we're going to go down there, and if I remember, I'll try to take a ride by your grandson's house. Okay, so let's see. Did I cover everything I wanted to here? I think I did. And what I want to do next is go back to our ECHOLINK station, and if anyone, excuse me, if anyone has an additional comment on ECHOLINK, I'm going to go and let you check in. Let me know, and then we'll go back to you, and we'll take our ECHOLINK comments first, and then we'll go over to our regular comments. So, any ECHOLINK additional comments, please come now.
W3COS.
Best of luck to you there, and be sure you do everything that they tell you to do to recover from that detached retina surgery. That does sound serious. So, Phil, W3TOS, this is W9OBD.
Yeah, I just wanted to respond to Joan's comment about the detached retina. No, I didn't have to go on the machine where I had to lay a particular way. They keep coming up with other ways of getting out of that. And one night I had to sleep a particular way for my eye the first night. But other than that, everything has been pretty much copacetic. I have to take lots of drops, but I'm going to have another eye exam today, and hopefully it'll start to suspend healing itself. Hopefully it'll get so they're saying I'll lose some sight in it, but most of it should come back. Okay, well, we appreciate the thoughts. Yeah, something I didn't totally expect, but it wasn't really a shock to me. So just wanted to let everybody know my birthday was yesterday. And I did break down to buy myself an ICOM 7300 rig, so I'll be looking forward to setting that up. That was my birthday gift to me. And probably enjoy using that on the air. So back to net control. It's W3COS.
Well, happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you, the 24th. Quite a few birthdays here this December. Sunday the 17th was my birthday. Didn't enjoy it a whole lot because I went to my son-in-law and daughter bought me Packers ticket to go to the game. And that could have been a little bit. I think, I don't go to that many games, but I've been around long enough to attended quite a few. And I actually don't remember ever being at a game where the Packers lost. But that streak came to an end last Sunday. Anyway, happy belated birthday. My brother Brad's birthday is coming up later in the week here. So he's catching up to me in age because I've stopped. I haven't added any additional years. I refuse to do so. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to any additional comments for the net. Anything else you want to add to the net? Please come now. This is W9OBB, your net control station this morning.
9 KMA.
Joan KC9KMA. This is W9OBB. Over to Joan in Sevastopol.
Well, thank you, Rick. Good morning again. KC9KMA. Phil, you beat me to it. It was on my list, and I forgot to say happy birthday. Glad you got a radio, and glad they figured out how to save people from literally face down the whole day and night. It really was something. We'll do shoulder talk if you want, Bob. I had a torn rotator cuff and detached bicep. Surgery was January. Here it is December. And I can do almost everything except tie an apron. but things are coming along, and the moral of the story is patience, and man, they're not kidding. But I think it absolutely depends which one. If you had a replacement, you're going to be in great shape much sooner than a repair. But I forgot to say, speaking of John Deere, it was 54 here too, Rick, yesterday, and so Jeff went out in search of buckthorn in the vacant lot that's in the way back, and of course he finds some, so he's chopping away, and I brought the gator over and hauled the brush to the dump pile, saving him dragging all of those branches, and he may have thought it was a little nuts until he realized how much work it saved him, so then he was amused that I was there. But I think it's great the kid gets a little tractor like that. I had one growing up that also was metal. Bob will have to tell us what the brand was. It was red with a snout, a big long front on the thing. So I am a farmall, probably, don't know. But that came with all of the children to the garage in my house growing up. So, Bob, I'll stick around if you want to call. Otherwise, back to net control. Happy Boxing Day to everyone. We don't do it here, but Alan, you know what it is. KC9 KMA.
Very good. Let's see. I'm going to pause one more time for any additional comments, and then we'll close the net down for this edition, the day after Christmas edition of the Good Morning Net. But first I want to check to see if there's any latecomers to the net or any additional comments for the net. ECHOLINK, you can try to sneak in there at that time if you have any other comments. So that's what I'll do. We'll pause now, and I'll wait plenty enough time for you all to get in. This is W9OBD.
Comment for case 9 KMA. Well, I had bone spurs and a torn tendon, and it was a nasty surgery, he said. It's been about 6 weeks and it still hurts like you know what, but they said be patient. You're 8 years old, not 40. It's going to take you longer to heal, but thanks for your comments and the encouragement. It is kind of discouraging sometimes. You can't get much done. N9 AM, sir.
Bob, good. We hope that that progresses along smoothly. It sounds like it's going to be a while. Okay, any other comments for the net before we close down the net today? Dreary day, and I want to take a second here to remind you that the Door County Amateur Radio Club dues is we'd like to get that in by January 1st or thereabouts. So if you haven't sent in your dues to the club, please do that now. You can go to our website. There will be addresses there, an address you can send it to, or PayPal it. W9GOR.org. Just a quick reminder there. All right, I'm going to close the net down. We'll be back here again at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning when Tom, KC9LN Guru, who always does a good job, and he brings you up to date on some news items as well. So we'll look forward to that. Thank you all for checking in. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you've all had a great Christmas. And be safe. Take care when you're driving. And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning then. So this is W9OBD returning the WDOR repeater back to normal amateur use right after I say a big thank you to WDOR Radio Sturgeon Day for allowing us to have our antenna high up on their tower and also provide us with building space for our equipment. Thanks again to WDOR Radio Station Sturgeon Bay. All right, that's it. W9OBD is off and clear.
KMA and 9 AM. Hello again.
6 weeks out, I'm curious whether you are in one of those immobilizing slings, or were you allowed to use a traditional sling and are moving around a little bit, and I hope it was not your dominant arm. Back to you.
Interesting, it's not my dominant arm. That I had done 10 years ago, and I'll tell you what, that was something else. I think you don't think about your arm all the time, especially when you go potty. But no, it's your left arm. Years of abuse, probably. I was a lifter, a power lifter, and a bodybuilder. Less than 280 and 320 pounds kind of did me in. And things start breaking apart when you get older. But yeah, it was bone spurs, and I had a torn tendon. The sling I used, they said I got to have a sling on when I go outside the house, so I have to wear it for 8 weeks. I can let the arm hang down only. I still can't put my arm in front of me yet. It's just kind of bad news. I don't like it. That's about it.
Also, your weather information.
Well, you're absolutely right. I only can, it's never a good idea to say, oh yeah, that's terrible, mine was worse. But I had a couple of areas of bone spurs left off. The rotator cuff pulled away, so they screwed it back to my arm and patched it, so it was screws and a patch. And then the bicep tendon had completely come off the arm, so that was also screwed in, not to the shoulder area, but to the back arm bone. But anyway, humorous. So, meanwhile, I wasn't really able to do any movement for 3 months, and that, of course, meant you lose all kinds of conditioning. So the reason I say that is when I stopped into the physical therapist, who's been very helpful, and showed her, hey, look what I can do now. It's been 10 months. And, I was able to do a reach, like putting something into my back pocket that I was totally unable to do. And she said, oh, wait till you see what you can do in a year, and then a year and a half will be better still. And I felt like I would have appreciated knowing that earlier, that I wasn't slow in recovery. It's a lousy slow recovery for everyone. Yours does sound like it'll go more quickly since you weren't immobilized, and if they're letting you move your arm, I mean, it was 12 weeks till they let me wiggle my finger. Back to you.
They move my arm to say, keep your arm in your lap, and that's it. I've been doing those rotations to keep the bone from seizing up, and I have to do those crazy turnarounds, you might call them, counterclockwise and clockwise as you lean over, and but it's kind of aggravating. They say get be patient. They say at least 6 months before I can really appreciate it. But I was going to say something, but I lost my train of thought. But okay, back to you. Sorry.
Well, it is early for this sort of thing, and the dangle is what they would call them in our hospital. But yeah, what happened to me was I was also in my youth. I was not a professional or serious power lifter, but I lifted 3 times a week and, did heavy. Go heavy or go home. So, yeah. You wouldn't know it to look at me, but I did. And so that probably wore things out. But what I was doing is little things that were pushing my luck, like if I had oatmeal and I wanted to stir the bowl just to mix it up as I was cooking, that motion, for instance, caused it to be very sore later that day and the next day. And so I go in for therapy saying, all I did was stir a salad dressing or, something so minor. And she said, that kind of stuff usually all manner of muscles and tendons, and you're typing and using a pen. All of that stuff is aggravating your shoulder. And so I literally was slowing my recovery down and had to stop all that stuff so I could stop hurting so she could take me to the next step. And so maybe you're pushing it too, because in the scheme of things, you know, stirring oatmeal is not exactly powerlifting. I was shocked at what kind of movement made it worse. And now, you know, I'm picking up boulder rock in the side yard, and I have to be careful because even doing little things that are well within my pre-surgical strength, I have to be careful. So it is true. Be very patient with yourself, and your pain is your guide. If it hurts, it's probably too soon. Ask the physical therapist.
My wife yells at me because although she works in the morning, before she works, I drive her in. I come home and I wash dishes and I run the vacuum and all that stuff. And she said, that's going to irritate you. And she gets irritated with me because I try to do too much. And you are right. I just start slowing down. Like, okay, well, thanks for your advice. I just have to be more patient, I guess. But the therapy does hurt. And you are right. Like yesterday, I went to our son's house. And I tried to do too much helping unwrap some presents for him, and those small little gestures with the arm, I'll tell you what kills you.
You're just absolutely right. For someone who is used to having a body cooperate and to be, I became aware months into it, and you're about where I was when I realized that it was my dominant hand, so I couldn't eat or dress or all the stuff you mentioned. You know, I was not allowed to do this comfortably for months and months, etc. You know, just to spare you the details. And it takes a huge amount of patience, and patience with the caregiver, because we want to do it, and we really should not. So unwrapping a present is all shoulder. And so you'll have to just rein yourself in, because once I did that, I literally went back in the sling for 2 days, rested it, got it to stop hurting, and then the therapy started to progress again. But if you see yourself regressing and hurting, if you're just sitting in the chair, I don't remember when it stopped hurting to do nothing, but it shouldn't hurt to do nothing. So if you're still in pain, it means you've really done something too much the day before. And it will let you know, as they said to me, it'll communicate.
My kids, they're in medicine. They said I should take my pain pills. I said, well, what? If I take my pain pills, I can't tell the body is telling me that it hurts, Joe. So I appreciate your comments.
Yeah, isn't that true? Whatever pain meds you're taking, the good news is they help you feel better, and the bad news is they cover the little micro injuries, and so you don't know it till the dose wears off that you did too much helping with the dishes. For me, oh my gosh, who knew it was a thing to put your thumb in your waistband and pull up your pants? You know, little tiny things really, really are aggravating. And so, I feel your pain, and Phil's gone, or we would certainly say be careful with your eyeball. There's a lot of, illness, injury, recovery, but I'm 11 and a half months out, and I'm still not normal. So when they tell you patience, what they mean is, I'm sorry to tell you, but finally, once you get past a certain point, then they'll tell you the truth. It's not 6 months, Bob. It's longer. They're making you hopeful, and I'm just saying, you're a smart guy. You'll figure this out. Take it slow. You don't want to re-tear it. Oh my goodness. So that's it. I hope you have a quiet day. Pick up the remote, but that's all you should do. AC9 KMA.
Okay, Joan, thank you. Have a great day. 10-9 AM, it's clear in Dorsey, 7-3.